Hi, I'm Ajane Smith, and this is a Monday Morsel. Today is going to be all about alimony. Alimony is an order to pay for the support and maintenance of a spouse or your former spouse. It may be paid periodically or in one lump sum. Alimony may also include the transfer or title of possession of your personal property or an interest in your property. An action for alimony may be ordered during divorce or on its own, so long as the action is filed before the parties have actually divorced. Alimony can also be settled out of court in the form of a separation agreement. The popular concept of rehabilitative alimony, which allows spouses to get money to get back on their feet, is not recognized in North Carolina. Alimony may only be awarded to a spouse if either the spouse is substantially dependent on the other spouse, the spouse is in substantial need of support, or the supportive spouse had an affair. In any claim for alimony, the party seeking an award must be the dependent spouse. A spouse is the dependent spouse when he or she has an actual dependence on the other spouse in order to maintain the standard of living to which he or she became accustomed during the marriage, or if he or she is unable to maintain the standard of living without contribution from the other spouse. The dependent spouse may be awarded alimony if the supportive spouse had an affair with another person and she did not have an affair herself. So, if both spouses engaged in affairs, or if the dependent spouse did, the dependent spouse cannot receive alimony. However, even if the dependent spouse does have an affair, he or she may be able to receive post-separation support. In determining the amount and duration of alimony awards, the court considers 16 factors, including the way in which the spouses treat each other, the earnings and income of the spouses, their debts, their ages and well-being, the standard of living that the spouses established while they were married, their education levels, and any property bought during the marriage by either spouse, and the needs of the spouses. Most alimony awards can be modified based on if the circumstances substantially change, such as if there's a loss of employment. Permanent alimony is a set payment that is made to the dependent spouse for the remainder of his or her lifetime, unless alimony is terminated. An order for post-separation support will terminate if the parties resume their marriage, the dependent spouse remarries, the dependent spouse lives with another person in a private relationship, or either spouse dies. Post-separation support is different from alimony. Post-separation support is also known as temporary alimony. It allows for a quicker hearing where a spouse can get support. In most counties, the hearing is usually held within 4 to 6 weeks of filing for the post-separation support. The court will consider both spouses' financial need, their standards of living, income and earnings, and their debt, and the expenses necessary to support each spouse. Also, they look at the legal obligations of the support of other persons. The court will consider affairs by the dependent or supportive spouse, but it usually does not completely bar the party seeking alimony from receiving it. In some cases, the court may order that the post-separation support payments end when the alimony claim goes to trial. In other cases, the court may specify the duration for the post-separation support payments. Post-separation support and alimony terminate in similar ways. Please reach out to us at www.smithdominguez.com. We'll be more than happy to help.